All homes need some tender loving care from time to time. I'm Derek, and I'm your narrator for this film. Hello, and welcome to your new ISOS home. We know you will probably be very busy over the next few weeks sorting things out.
Where does this box go?
Big boxes need to go in the living room.
But once your boxes are unpacked and you've had a chance to find a kennel and have a well-deserved tea break, put your feet up and watch this film. By the end of the film, you will know what to do and who to turn to when you need help or advice on things like paying your rent and dealing with household repairs. We will also give you lots of useful tips to make your home a very safe and happy one. One of the most important things to know is that now you're an ISOS tenant. You have your own housing officer who is there to support you and give you advice about your home. If you look in your tenant handbook, you will find the name of your housing officer. If you have any questions or worries, just get in touch with them. You can also contact our customer services team should you have any questions or concerns, or if you require more detailed information on any of the services mentioned within the handbook. The customer services team can be contacted on 0300 300 1505. Remember, your housing officer and the customer services team are there to listen and help. Moving in. To help you settle into your new home quickly and easily, here's a handy checklist of the things you need to do when you move in. Choose a gas and electricity supplier. Tell the water company that you've moved in. Pay your rent when you get your rent payment card. Get insurance to protect your home and your belongings. Get your post redirected from your old home. Tell other people that you have moved, like your doctor, dentist, and bank. If you're not sure how to do some of these things, don't worry. Just get in touch with your housing officer and they will help you out.
What about another cup of tea, yeah?
Extra support. We all need a little extra support from time to time, and ISOS is on hand to make sure you get all the help you need and deserve. We provide supported living, shared accommodation, and extra care to various people across our region. Examples of these include people with learning disabilities, people experiencing mental health problems, young people, and older people. If you need extra support, or if you want to find out about any of these services, then get in touch with your housing officer. Your tenancy and your rights. As an ISOS tenant, you have rights and responsibilities that are important and useful to know about. You have something called a tenancy agreement, which is a promise you make to ISOS as a responsible tenant and do things like pay your rent on time. In return, ISOS promises to give you help and advice about your home when you need it. When you become an ISOS tenant, you will have what is called a starter tenancy. A starter tenancy lasts for 12 months. During this time, we will check that you are following your tenancy conditions. As long as you don't break any of these conditions, you will become an assured tenant at the end of the 12 months. All tenants have the following rights. Your right to repair, carry out improvements, and get compensation for improvements. If we don't get repairs done in the time that we said we would, you may have the right to sort out your own repairs and we'll give you the money back for the work done. Your right to consultation and information. You have a right to be told about changes that might affect you and your home. There will be more information about getting involved and how we let our tenants know about changes that are happening. Your right to make a complaint. If you are not happy with the service you get from ISOS, then you have the right to make a complaint. We will tell you more about this a little later on. Your right of security of tenure. This means you have the right to stay in your home as long as you follow the conditions set out in your tenancy agreement. Your right to exchange. This means you have the right to swap homes with another local authority or housing association tenant, but you must have our permission before going ahead with the swap. Your right to acquire. This means you have a right to buy your home instead of renting it from ISOS. Not all ISOS houses can be bought, but if you are interested in buying your house, get in touch with your housing officer. Paying your rent. So how do you pay your rent? You can pay your rent in lots of different ways. Just pick one easiest for you. You can pay by direct debit at an all-pay outlet with a PayPoint logo, at the post office, by bank standing order, by debit card over the phone, in an area office, by check, through my ISOS home on the ISOS website, www.isoshousing.co.uk, or by third-party payments if you receive certain benefits. The rent you pay is based on the type of home you live in. Usually, the rent is reviewed once a year. Remember, it's your responsibility to pay your rent on time. As well as paying your rent, you might have to pay a service charge for services like taking care of the grounds or communal cleaning and lighting. benefits and money.
Now and then, we all need help to understand benefits and money issues. ISOS has a team of specialist financial and social inclusion officers. This team offers free and confidential advice to all tenants on all things money related. For example, you might need help to open up a bank account or claim benefits, or you might need to speak to someone if you're struggling to pay your rent. We can help you with all of these things. You can contact us by phoning our customer services team or by email at benefitsandmoney@isoshousing.co.uk.
Repairs. All homes need some tenant loving care from time to time to keep them ship shape. If you need a repair to your home, the first thing you should do is check whether a repair is something we can do for you, or whether you need to do it yourself. These are the things that we are responsible for. Making sure your house is secure, safe and weathertight. Making any repairs in shared areas. Repairing things that we have installed. Making sure you have hot and cold water. Looking after your windows, doors, gutters and drains. Looking after the gas pipes, heating, electric wires, power and light fittings. It's really important to let us know if you need any adaptations to your house, like lever taps, ramps, or level access showers. If you have a repair to report, ring, text, email, or write to us. Or you can even pop into one of our offices and have a chat with us. You are responsible for keeping your house and garden clean and tidy. Decorating your home. Letting us know as soon as possible if something needs repairing. Letting us into your home to do repairs, safety checks and inspections. Remember, if you need help with these things, just contact our customer services team. We may be able to do these things for you for a charge. To find out what other repairs you are responsible for, go to bonus chapter 1, repairs. Emergency repairs. You can report an emergency repair whenever by ringing the customer services team, but you must only use the emergency service if it really is an emergency. Otherwise, you might have to pay. An emergency repair could be your heating system breaking down or the lift breaking. So here's some other examples of emergency repairs. Go to chapter 1, repairs. Keys. If you use the emergency service because you are locked out of your home, you will have to pay. You must look after your keys and let someone you trust have a spare key just in case. Your neighborhood. Your home is your castle. It should be a happy, safe place which helps make up a friendly neighborhood.
Hello and welcome back to your housing news. I am your host, Robin Hoovers. Bringing you lots of useful information about things you need to know about when you come to own your own home. Next up, antisocial behaviour. It is important to look out for antisocial behaviour. Antisocial behaviour is when people behave in a way that offends, upsets, or scares other people. Antisocial behaviour can be playing loud music or having loud parties, being violent towards other people, damaging someone else's property, or domestic violence. To find out more about domestic violence, click here. Next up, we have our hate crime expert, Jennifer Jennings, to tell us all about hate crime.
Thank you, Robin. Hate crime is also an antisocial behaviour. Hate crime is when someone is hurtful, unfriendly, or threatening towards you because of your disability, the colour of your skin, your religion, or because of your sexuality. The person who does the hate crime might use threatening and abusive language, or they might damage or threaten to damage another person's property.
If you experience any antisocial behaviour or hate crime, contact us as soon as possible.
Thank you, Jennifer. Next up, how can you be a good neighbour? Be considerate to your neighbours. Try and keep the noise down at all times. Do any building work or other noisy work during reasonable hours in the day. If you own a dog, keep it on a lead when out and about or keep it in your garden. Keep an eye on elderly or vulnerable neighbours. If you think they are being harassed, please tell us. That's all we have time for today. And remember, a happy home is a friendly home.
We expect all tenants to treat each other with respect and consideration at all times. We also need you to take responsibility for the behaviour of people who live with you or visit you, so we can make sure your neighbourhood is always a peaceful and welcoming place. Getting involved and having your say. It's very important to ISOS that you are happy in your home. We need you to tell us how we are doing so we can give you the best service possible. You might have ideas about how to make ISOS better. We want to hear these ideas too. There are different ways you can get involved and have your say. Consultation. Tell us what you think through surveys and questionnaires. Newsletters. There's a Tenants newsletter called Space and Place, which tells you about what is happening. Tenants Group. Tenants groups meet regularly to talk about ISOS and to help us make our services better. It's also a great chance to meet other people who live in ISOS homes and make friends. You can come along to conferences, events and roadshows. These are held throughout the year in different parts of the community and can be a lot of fun. Residents Forum. Becoming a resident panel member means you will be at the heart of our decision-making process and will hopefully gain an appreciation of how Housing Association operates and help shape our services. For more information on how you can get involved and have your say, contact our community involvement team on 0300 300 1505. Complaints and compliments. We value your feedback, good or bad, and use it to help us make our services better. A compliment is when you tell us you are happy with our service. For example, if we deliver a service on time, if we give you useful information, or a member of staff is especially helpful toward you. A complaint is when you tell us you are not happy with the service we have provided. For example, if we do not deliver a service on time, if we give you the wrong information, or if you are not happy with a member of our staff. When you make a complaint, it gets investigated by a manager. At the end of the investigation, if you are not happy with the outcome, you can get the ISOS board members to look at your complaint. If you are still not happy, you can contact the Independent Housing Ombudsman at 81 Aldrich, London, WC 2B 4HN. Being green. We all know that we need to be kinder to the environment to avoid climate change and to protect our planet. You can play a big part too by making the area you live a greener and more pleasant place to be. To help you do this, we have developed a tenants option budget. It's a sum of money which you can apply for to make improvements to the area you live. You can use the money to improve the environment, to make it safer, or to set up a local community project. It only takes one small change to make one big difference. Here are some handy tips to help you save energy and money in your home. Turning down your thermostat, if it is set too high, could save around £65 a year on heating bills. If you're going away during winter, leave it on a low setting to prevent freezing. On average, replacing a 12-year-old freezer with a new energy saving trust recommended model will save you around £37 in energy bills each year. Turning off your lights when you don't need them could save you around £8 a year. Turning off appliances such as TVs, DVD players, computers and games consoles rather than leaving them on standby will save you money on your energy bills. Only filling the kettle up with as much water as you need could save you around £8 a year. Filling your washer or dryer up whenever possible, or using the half load, or the economical program, if your machine has one, saves a significant amount of energy. By also using low temperature detergent and setting your machine to 30 degrees whenever you can will save you up to £13 a year. Drying clothes outside or on a clothes horse instead of using a tumble dryer can save you up to £20 a year. Moving out. Whilst we hope that you will stay in your new home for many years, there may come a time when you would like to move on. Before you leave, there are a few things you will have to do, like make sure you tell us you are moving out at least 4 weeks beforehand. Make sure all your rent is paid, and make sure you leave the property clean. To find out more, click on Chapter 3, Moving Out.
I used to feel imprisoned by these walls, looking out at people who were free. Nothing seemed possible, but now I have the key. I used to live with others, but that was not always fair. But never in my own house, that's something I never had. Always seemed that at my reach, it was always a dream to me. Living to other people's routines, but now I have my own key. Yeah!
Love where I live.
Come and go as I please.
It's my house.
I got the contact in my name.
I got what I need.
Living by my own rules. No one watching over me, and I'm feeling free. My home, 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 my home. In the past, I lived in other people's spaces. I felt once like a hawk, but never able to spread my wings. Shadows standing over me, but now I'm breaking free. In my house, my home, my life, my sanctuary.
I love where I live.
Come and go as I please.
It's my house.
I got the contact in my name.
I got what I need.
Living by my own rules, no one watching over me, and I'm feeling free. My home, 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 my home. My home is in the community, and me, I'm a member too. We share the load of responsibility and have lots of fun and do. Keep an eye on each other, it feels good to be cared for. But when I want to close them out, I draw the curtains and shut the door.
I love where I live.
Come and go as I please.
It's my house.
I got the contact in my name.
I got what I need.
Living by my own rules, respecting one another and feeling free. My home, 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 my home. No, there's stopping me. My house is perfect in every way. Started this the way I want and enjoy it every night and day. My garden is my haven, my home is my castle, they say. Mine is used here and that in and out to while away the day.
I love where I live.
Come and go is happy.
It's my house.
I got the contact and money.
I got what I need.
Living by my own rules. No one watching over me, and I'm feeling free. My home, 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 my home.
We are glad you have chosen ISOS as your housing association. We hope this Tennessee film helps you along your way. The happiness and well-being of our tenants is of utmost importance to us, and we are always happy to hear from you. Here are a few contacts that might be useful to you.